Hello everyone, it's Bernina Jeff at High Fashion Sewing Machines and Quilt Shop in Grand Junction, Colorado. I'm not an employee of Bernina of America, I have a dealership here. And today I'm going to show you embroidering on your Bernina. I have gotten a lot of phone calls and there's a lot of frustrated people out there trying to embroider. And when you're embroidering on the Bernina, you need to watch the pictures on the screen, do exactly what they do and when to do them, because you'll get in a vicious circle. I call it, you have to do the Hokeypokey. Because if you don't do the dance in the right order, it keeps sending you back to change a foot, to put a plate on, to change everything. So what I did is I just turned on the machine as if it was in a sewing mode. So it says I have the 1C foot on and it's in yellow. So when the foot number is in yellow, that means the machine's ready to perform. So now let's get it set up for embroidery. It's okay to put the embroidery module on the machine when it's on, when it's turned on. Other brands, you have to turn it off. So this is a 590. Any 5 series just kind of slides on and clicks. It really doesn't tell you it's on. So the next step, let's go embroider something. I'll show you the steps so we can get embroidering without any frustration. So there's a little home icon. We're going to touch the house icon. We're going to go to embroidery. Now, watch the screen. It says we need to drop the feed dogs. The reason it doesn't say drop the feed dogs in fonts or anything there is because this is a multi-country machine, so they do it all as pictures. So we're going to push in the feed dogs until they latch. And now it says, if you look real close, it says push in on the clamps and make sure the hoop is clear, because this is going to go find center of the embroidery unit. So you have to press the green check mark at this point, and now the embroidery unit is actually initializing and finding center. All right, so now let's go and get a design. So I'm going to go out here on the filing system. This is how you get designs. It's all in the filing system, this file, the little folder. And the top one is going out to get a design. The one in the middle is to save a design, and the one on the bottom is to trash a design. So I'm going to go out and get an alphabet. I'm going to use my initials. Let's use this one right here, JV, and then confirm it with the green check mark whenever you're done. Now it's going to put it in the smallest hoop possible. Don't worry about the hoop size, because as soon as you put a hoop on, the machine will recognize it. All right, so as you see, we're in yellow with the feed dogs below the surface. Now let's see what happens if we want to sew this. The machine's going to tell us the exact order of things we need to do. So let's hit the sewing mode. That's the icon with the tip of the needle with the 3 dots by it. All right, it's looking for the hoop. It says, okay, we have to do it in this order, so we need to put the hoop on. So I have a hoop here. Slide it underneath the needle, squeeze in the latch, get it on there, and I always pull up on the front to make sure it's latched well. I don't know how many times I thought the hoop was on and I pulled up on the front and the hoop popped off. If that happens in the middle of your project, it's going to be bad news. All right, so the hoop is on, so I need to confirm it with the green check mark. See, it's constantly checking which hoop is on there and where the center is. All right, so the screen says now I have a medium hoop and has JV on there, but I'm going to put on the 26 foot. This is the brand new foot, the 26L. It's hardier than the original 26 foot, and it has a little larger hole. So there's a new machine out there called the 790 Pro that has a laser, and they needed to make this hole right there a little bigger so the laser would go through it. This works on every single embroidery machine Bernina has made, so you can use this. I don't even think they're making the regular 26 anymore. The 26L is much better machine, better foot. It won't come apart as easy. So if you have a wiggly 26, call me up and order a 26L or go to my website. All right, so I'm going to put the 26 foot on, and I'm doing this on purpose. Now I'm going to try to sew. If I push the green button, it says it's green. It should be sewing, right? All right. It's telling me what I need to do next. I need to put the 26 foot on. It won't say 26L. And I need to put the 0 millimeter plate on. Okay. Just by checking that does not confirm it. We have to go into where it still thinks the 1C foot is on. So I'm touching that icon, and I'm going to touch the 20 or the 26C and get rid of that menu. Now it will sew without putting the plate on, but let's go ahead, raise the foot, and take the hoop off. And see, I have the full-size plate, and your embroidery stitches will be very low quality if you use that plate when you embroider. So we're going to push in the back right corner, lift up here. I do have a veer tool that takes those off real well. Oh, and look at my little spinning accessory holder here. I have the plate right here. Put the other plate in there for safekeeping. Slide that in there. And when I replace the foot, I can take the 1C foot off or any coated foot off and put it on there. Holds it there. Or if you have feet without the coating, it'll fit there. So I have something to hold almost every accessory there. All right, so now let's get back to, I just put the 0 plate on. We need to tell the machine the 0 plate is on. So I'm going to touch that 9mm, and we have 9, 5.5, 0. That's the one I want, and I confirm that. So this is very, very important. If you don't get anything out of this video, before you can sew, all these need to be in yellow. This 26 foot has to be in yellow. The hoop has to be in yellow. The 0mm needs to be in yellow, and the feed dogs need to be in yellow. If those are not in yellow, you have to touch those icons and select the proper unit. All right, so now I'm going to do this on purpose. I'm going to start sewing. Let's see what happens. It should have told me there was no hoop on there. That is not good. I can't believe it let me sew. I thought I was going to get one of those screens saying put the hoop on. So, Bernina needs to fix that. All right, I almost lost the thread. Okay, I am ready to sew finally. And now you have control of the speed of this particular embroidery right here on your slider control. It will optimize the speed of the machine based upon the design it's doing. So it won't always go full speed. It will actually slow the machine up, down, or up, speed it up if the design can handle that. And you can stop this at any time. You can trim it. I want to see how my tension's doing. So I'm taking the hoop off, and your tension should show a little at the top thread on each side and about 1/3 of the bobbin thread in the middle. So this tension's perfect. If it were not perfect, you would adjust the tension on the icon on the screen. And I can restart this at any time. And if you wanted to reinforce that cut right there where I just cut, we would go into the squiggly line with an X on it. And then I would use the top button and go lefty backwards, just a few stitches. And that'll bring me back a few stitches. And now I can go ahead and just start sewing again. And that'll reinforce where I cut. So it's going to put extra stitches over the top of that. Just a good thing to do so your embroidery doesn't ever wash out. Go ahead and stop this. So if you ever get in that continuous loop that keeps telling you to do something you think you have, remember, it's the Hokeypokey. You got to do every dance in its step. So this should help you get through those. And if you have any questions, you can contact me at my email at jpvlefty@aol.com. I'll have it down in the description. You can call the shop at 970-256-1293, or I have all these nice little gadgets and doodads on my Shopify account. That's Bernina-Jeff.myshopify.com. Thanks for watching.